Go to Dollar Tree, get wagon wheel.
Actually, buy 3 of these because you're gonna need them, and maybe even buy 4 because I messed one up, but you'll see what happens.
Order branches off of Amazon. Overpay for some at Michael's. Get clippers. These are in every DIY video I do. I'm telling you, you need to own them. Get zip ties, preferably the smaller ones. I got their shit all over my floor. Plan here is I want to make a snowflake. I saw this one online and I want to replicate it, but I want to do it with snowy branches. And by the way, if you haven't seen this channel, it's called the Navage Patch, and the guy does a really nice DIYs, so check it out. Anyway, arrange branches on your wagon wheel. Basically, this is what I'm looking to do here, is to make it look like a snowflake. And I figured this would be the best way to do so. So I gotta figure out which, I'm gonna clip off these. Hopefully this works. And we're just gonna zip tie these to the respective spokes in the wagon wheel. So I'm gonna do that, but first I just wanted to arrange so I know which ones I have to clip out. I realized later after this that I kind of made a little bit of a mistake. What I should have did instead of laying it out like this is I should have just went and clipped every other one of these spokes. Okay, so what I did was I left, you know, the majority of them, just clipped 4 out, which gave me more of that Star of David type shape. I was kind of copying my inspiration photo that I found, right, off their blog there from the Navage Patch. So you could do it this way. It's going to come out a little unevenish because you're going to have 3 branches on one side and 1 branch and 1 branch on the top and bottom, right? So it really depends. It's up to you. I still like the way that it came out, but if you do it every other spoke, you're going to get a more even spread, if that makes sense. On the top one, I'm going to leave a little bit of this top part just so that I can put a zip tie around it so we have something to hang it from. Because I don't feel like this is going to be, you know, if I put a zip tie on here, it's going to slide right off. So let's clip this down first and I'll come back. Okay, so here's the clips we want to make. I kept the T shape up there, and then we clipped these 2, and hopefully, no, I clipped the wrong one. Fuck! Well, I fucked up. I kept this in because this is the reality of doing DIYs. You always screw something up, which is why I said to buy an extra one. I mean, they're only $1. Well, they're only $1.75 because Dollar Tree went from Dollar Tree to $1.25 tree to $1.50 tree, and now it's $1.75 tree, here at least. But anyway, I highly suggest that you mark off the ones that you're going to clip. I know it sounds crazy, but I had to end up doing that because once you're clipping it, you're twisting and turning things, and it's very easy to accidentally clip the wrong spoke out. Son of a biscuit. Clip this one, not that one. Ugh. I highly suggest these DeWalt clippers that I'm using in this video because they cut through like any type of wire or anything, and they're gonna save you a lot of trouble. They're just like amazing. I literally use them in pretty much every project. Okay, so I went and got another one of these wheels. I bought 2 more, and as you can see, I marked off with a gold marker where I was going to make my cuts. And here is everything after I cut it. So this is going to be your first layer. That's what it's going to look like. I looped together 3 zip cords to kind of make a chain and tied them around this little T, but the T ended up breaking off, and I'll show you later on how I fixed or how I solved that problem. And the next step was just basically zip tying 1 branch, 1 full branch onto each one of these spokes. So I put 2 zip ties on, and don't worry, you won't even see them when it's all put together. And so I just continued zip tying around in the circle. Okay, and at this point I kind of got stuck because I wasn't really sure how I was going to add the next 2 layers that I was going to do, but I ended up going and getting more of those wagon wheel things and figuring it out. Also, I clipped the zip ties, but I found it easier to zip tie it once at the top, and then I had those branches with the beads on them, and they're kind of on this like clear fishing line stuff, so I would zip tie the top, and then I would zip tie the bottom, but I wouldn't pull the zip tie all the way. I would, stuff the little bead things in there, 2 strands of them, and then zip tie it. So I just found that the easiest way to attach everything. Okay, so here I am laying out the second layer with the wheel. I cut the branches down, and I'll show you that a little bit later. You can see my nice Ugg slippers there. And I just kind of laid it out to see exactly where I wanted the branches to fall, and then I trimmed down the metal to fit that. Okay, so let me explain what I did here. I have 3 layers of branches. So it took 3 of these wagon wheel things from Dollar Tree. Okay, so the first layer, I zip tied the branches to I kind of messed up on the first one, in case you can't tell. I should have went and cut every other one, but I left 3 in a row, and then I cut only 4 of them. Okay, so I kind of made a little mistake there, which I don't mind it. I think it looks okay. It looks gives it a little bit of a unique look and doesn't make it look so uniform. But anyway, so what's going to happen here is now this is the second layer. So what I did was I took an entire branch like this, and I'm going to put all the links to the products in the description. So this is what I did. Second round of the branches, what I did was cut them in half, the branches. So I cut them right at the last V. I took this top part, and I laid them out like that, okay, and I did every other spoke in this, okay, and then zip tied them and put the little bead things, which they're kind of hard to see, there's not enough contrast. Then for the last round, I went and got another wagon wheel, and what I did was same thing. I cut them down, I cut down the stems a little bit, and I did the same thing and laid them out, zip tied them every other, one of these, and don't mind my floor, snowflakes everywhere. And then I just cut it, cut away the black part where you can't see. And I think I could probably use these for something else. I'll find a use for them. So I think I know what I'm gonna do with those, but we'll get to that in another video. Then the last step is, and I'm just showing you, is to go through here with a zip tie. So you can see that zip tie right there, holding everything. So there's 3 layers, okay? So it's holding the 3 layers of the branches together. So with a $9 box of branches and 3 of these wagon wheel things, you could get to this point. The next thing I'm trying to do now is I want to cover this center up and kind of give it a unique look. So what I was thinking of doing here was either, I had these mini pine cones from last year. I was thinking of gluing, maybe a circle or a few of them, or maybe like one in the center and then surrounding the rest. If you want to add more contrast, you could always add more elements, like, some of these berries, perhaps. I also went to Hobby Lobby last night, and they had these, you could cut these down and maybe add these branches. I don't know if I'm going to do that. I might save these for another project that I have. I have tons of branches that I got for free. So I got a lot of projects in mind, but like I said, you could add the berries, something to just give it a little bit more contrast. You could, stuff them in there somehow. I don't know how, but you could, definitely dress this up or dress it down. Just the basic, snowflake itself, you got the shape at least. So, and it's very simple to do, very easy to put together. I just zip tied everything. You can see the zip ties if you look real close, but from far away, nobody's looking at them. And yeah, pretty cool for, under $20 to make your own snowflake wreath. And that's what it looks like from behind. And here's another idea. I bought this cheap snowflake ornament from Dollar Tree, and I was thinking of maybe just laying this in that center portion. I don't love the way that looks. I wish it was a little smaller. They do sell smaller ones, I think, at Walmart. I mean, obviously I would cut this piece off. You could even disassemble this and take just this part and lay it down in the center. But I think I'm gonna go with the pine cones. I kind of like the rustic vibe. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I also was debating wiring this with fairy lights because I thought maybe that would look cool to hang it on my front door with the fairy lights. And let me show you the back here. So I left the T and it broke off. I kind of bent it. So all I did here was just bend the little loop over, and it's perfect. It works out. It'll hang pretty good. I glued these hot glue gun right in the center, made a little star, and then it's really hard to see on video, but I added all extra beads. Just make sure if you're gonna do that to put the glue gun on a low setting, because I just kind of glued these in here randomly, cut a whole bunch of them, and they're really sparkly, so when you walk, it's kind of hard to see in the video, but they're, you know, iridescent, they catch the light, and it looks really pretty. And you can hang it on your front door and maybe, you know, disguise your magnet, but I'm just showing you guys what you could do with it. And it looks really pretty. It's sparkly. For under $20, you got your own unique looking kind of snowflake branch wreath. And so that's it. I mean, quick and easy. You could, you know, get more elaborate. You could leave it nice and simple like this, but really easy to make, and it costs probably around $20 to make this entire thing, depending on how much you want to dress it up. So give me a like if you like it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.